Hello all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cait and this is my first residency week at Oxford for my Masters in Literature and Arts. However, I did catch myself spending a lot of time in Blackwell's bookstore. I was just focused on being present and absorbing the content of the lectures each day. We had lectures from 10 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon. On the first day, we attended a walking tour of the Natural History Museum conducted by Uncomfortable Oxford, which directed us to exhibits that highlighted the effect of colonialism. This tour was amazing and insightful, and I loved that my course included aspects like the museum tours and art gallery visits. Good morning, everyone. It is 6:30 in the morning and I am just sitting here with a cup of tea and just doing some readings for my lectures today. Got another full day of lectures, but I finish up at about 4:30 today and I'm not sure what I feel like doing afterwards. I should probably go to the library and do a little bit of work for the next day because, as you know, like the lectures are just pretty intense for the next couple of weeks. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go and pop into one of the libraries today. I kind of want to explore most of the libraries. I've been in a few, obviously, before, but I want to explore a few more of like the lesser known libraries, like the arts library, for example. So maybe that's the plan today. Let's get to studying. Most mornings I got up early to get some readings done for the day. I just felt so inspired being in Oxford and staying in Kellogg College. Hi everyone. Absolutely manic day today, but it's been so good. Look at my little pile of books over there. Isn't that adorable? That's just one day of shopping. 4 books, which is really, I have a problem. I acknowledge it. I just don't think it's a problem. So day 2 of the program, it has been absolutely amazing. We got to go into the Weston Library today where they hold all the archival resources, and we got to see some amazing sort of primary sources, some letters and all this kind of stuff. I actually can't believe that I'm here. It is so unbelievably surreal and my brain is just firing ideas the whole time. It's so wonderful. But also had a visit from the lovely Kaelyn. Let me just turn this around somehow. There she is.
Hi, friends.
She has come over to Oxford today. Do you want to tell the viewers what you've been up to?
I have been working on my dissertation and using the excuse of Cait being in Oxford to hang out in the library and just soak in all of the Oxford vibes.
Absolutely.
Return to my former life.
Return to your former life. Absolutely. So we are just hanging out now. We've got a few things that we've got to do. We've got to do a little planning session for stuff for accepted. And then we have got some content that we are going to shoot tomorrow morning, bright and early. So we're going to plan for that, which is very, very exciting. And then we're just going to hang out and chat. It's going to be wonderful. Kaelyn's here for 2 days. And then, so we're going to just spend some good old time together. And it's going to be wonderful. but I will check back in with you guys tomorrow for day 3 of the first residence. Super exciting. Good morning, everyone. It is bright and early this gorgeous morning, and Kaelyn and I are out filming some content. She is she's absolutely amazing. She's gotten some absolutely beautiful shots of me, and I'm just so thrilled. We're just running around like crazy girls with books everywhere. She left one of the books by the last filming spot, and now she has to run all the way back. Do you get it?
She's not a track star anymore.
Each day we explored a different interdisciplinary subject. The first day was literature, the second day was history, and the third focused on art and art history. The week would also include days on material culture, antiquities, and philosophy. At the end of the week, we're expected to identify an essay that is interdisciplinary in nature, conduct research on the topic, and include an analysis of primary resources, such as manuscripts or letters, paintings, or objects. This place just ignites the little connections in my mind, and I feel so inspired to do research. I actually brought myself a journal while I was here to record ideas and thoughts on my master's, so I can trace the development of my ideas throughout the 2 years. Hello, friends. Checking in at the end of the day. It has been a super duper long day. Kaelyn and I got up really nice and early to catch the sunset. We got some absolutely incredible content this morning, just around Oxford, by the libraries, by the Bridge of Souls, by Trinity College. It was absolutely amazing. It was so cold. It's freezing, but it was so worth it. It was so pretty. And then full day of lectures, which was amazing. We did sort of my first introduction, I suppose, to art history. And it's absolutely incredible because you have like the Ashmolean down the road, so we were able to go and view some of the paintings that we were discussing, and we got to go and see like a painting in Keble College, which was just so cool. Somehow I've added to this pile of books with an extra 2 books. I would like to blame Kaelyn for it, but I really can't.
In my defense, Jones with me.
I did.
You knew this was going to happen.
And there's Kaelyn's pile of books that she bought.
I said I wasn't going to buy more books this month, but...
What did you buy there, Kaelyn?
I got...
Also, she's so tucked. Look at her, just like straight in bed.
So cozy. I got The Bone Season.
Amazing.
I'm, diving into my fantasy girl era.
And no better than Samantha Shannon.
And I'm very excited to read this one.
Yeah.
I got Outlander because I'm going to the Cotswolds next week and I need some good historical fiction reading material for my new history page. I'm going to
link down below. It's absolutely amazing.
I started a new history account and I'm going to be reviewing historical fiction books. So if that's your kind of jam,
link in the description.
Check it out. And I didn't love the show. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like it. I'm not loving it yet. But I'm going to try the book and see if it makes me like the show.
It's a good shout.
Because I have found that sometimes, like with the Discovery of Witches, for example, I needed to read the book first.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got The Secret Diaries of Charles Ignatius Sancho, which is one of the original slave narratives that we have, one of the first-hand accounts of an enslaved man's experience. And I'm interested to see how the author works with this particular narrative.
Why did you choose that book, Kaelyn?
To be fair, I did see it back in America, and I was going to buy it at the airport, but I was going to wait to buy it here, because books are ridiculously cheap here by comparison to America. But Miss Cait over there had it on her pile. And so I felt like I needed to get it so we could read it together, and then I could also make a video to talk a little bit about the actual narrative, how she uses it, and then talk a little bit about historical method. And then Lifetime, the new science of the body clock and how it can revolutionize your health and sleep. And this is from a professor of circadian rhythms in neuroscience at the University of Oxford.
Very exciting.
And I'm going on and on about how you should think about your own body clock and set up your study schedules and whatnot based on your own needs. And so now I actually have some science backing to the wild things that I say on my channel.
And Kaelyn is listening to her body clock because she is in bed. We have had dinner and we are just chilling out.
I don't know.
See, I'm a mood reader.
I feel like you should read Outlander first. If you're going to the Cotswolds, you should read Outlander.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon so.
See, I was between these two.
Well, don't start reading that until I start reading that.
I also feel like I shouldn't start reading this because I'm going to want to, like, have a highlighter and a pen nearby.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I read this, I can just have fun. Anyway, I'll stop talking.
Okay. I suppose since Kaelyn's done her haul, I should do mine because she's a pretty big one. Let's try do this, shall we? Can we get her all in shot? Yes, we can. She's a pretty big pile of books. Now, I should probably say that I actually didn't pay for all of these books. And I'll explain why. So the two that I got, how am I going to do this? I'll just start from the top and work my way down. So Kaelyn convinced me to buy A Discovery of Witches. Obviously, it's her favorite book. I can't wait to read this. I even got validated when I bought it from Blackwell's. The bookseller was like, this book is amazing. And so...
And it is. It's incredible. It has changed my life.
So I'm very excited to read this. I read the first couple of pages and I'm intrigued. So let's see how we get on with that. As Kaelyn mentioned, we have both got The Secret Diaries of Charles Ignatius Sancho, which I am super excited to read. I also just love this little gold moment on the cover. Can we just have a moment to appreciate that? I think this is so exciting, but I think actually what drew me to this book more than anything, more than the fact that it's a slave narrative, was the author's note about it. And just this one sentence, which I'd like to read out, is, "The numbers are disputed, but naturally the presence is not. This only is my goal, to depict the presence in the form in which I met Oliver Twist, David Copperfield, and Jane Eyre, very personally and movingly." And I think that for me just kind of is really, really great. The next one that I got was The Interpretive Miladies by Jhumpa Lahiri, which if you've watched any of my videos, I've spoken about her so much. Her book Whereabouts was one of my reads this year, and it is absolutely incredible. It's probably the most atmospheric book I think I've ever read in my life. And every time I kind of look up information about her and about her writing, this is always what comes up. I think this was like her first well-known book, so I'm very excited about that. This book was her debut collection, which explores the lives of Indians in exile, of people navigating between the strict traditions they've inherited and the baffling new world they must encounter every day. So, absolutely super duper excited about that. Next book I got was Eve Bites Back by Anna Bear. Very exciting thing about this book is that it is written by a Kellogg College alum. And it's,
I didn't know that.
yeah, very cool. Ever since Sappho first put stylus to Pyrrhus, women who write have been labeled mad, undisciplined, and dangerous, but none of that stopped them from writing themselves into history. The next book that I got was The Unabridged Journals of Sylvia Plath, and I've wanted to get this book for a while. I really want to read them. I absolutely love Sylvia Plath. I love the bell jar. I love her poetry. I think she's absolutely incredible. The journals are obviously a bit more triggering and very difficult in some places, but the reason I jumped on the bandwagon to get this book was because it was marked down to £16, and usually this book is like over 20. So I had to pick it up. I don't know if it was marked down because it's a bit damaged. I don't really care. I bought it, and I'm happy I bought it. And then the two books that I have here are this beautiful, absolutely beautiful penguin cloth bound copy of Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy. And my friends Anne and Beck got this for me as a matriculation present. And for those that don't know, Jude the Obscure is like the ultimate Oxford book. I've never read it, but we are actually reading it as a part of my course. So I'm really excited to read that. And obviously it's in the beautiful penguin cloth bounds, and it's just so, so pretty. It's got all the buildings in it. Look how gorgeous that is. So I didn't buy that one, so it doesn't really count. I also didn't buy the Iliad by Homer, which is the new translation by Emily Wilson. Again, if you've watched my videos before, you would have heard me rant and rave about Emily Wilson's the Odyssey translation. She is the first female translator of these sort of epic poems that are coming out, and she really takes it into a whole different level. And this absolutely beautiful copy was also a gift from my friends Beck and Anne for matriculating, and they wrote me an entire essay in the cover of this book. They are just the most wonderful friends, and I'm just so lucky. But yes, so technically I didn't pay for this book either, so it doesn't count. The two books here are the ones that I bought today. If We Were Villains and In Memoriam. I've had my eye on these books for a while, and we did go into Waterstones this afternoon because it was nice and warm in there, and it's been really, really cold. And I picked these two up, and I'm so excited to read these. Technically, I got one of these for free because I had a voucher for Waterstones. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books, I only paid for 6. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys soon. I met up with Kaelyn to spend some time working in the Duke Humphrey's library. And I think out of all of the libraries I visited at Oxford, this one is my favourite. It is also the basis for the library filmed in Harry Potter movies, which I think contributes to my bias. Hello friends, I know I haven't been very good at vlogging technically during this week. While I've been here, I've just been trying to absorb it, but tonight is my last night in Kellogg before I head home tomorrow, so I just wanted to check in and just kind of share some of my thoughts on the whole experience. It's really been so amazing to be here and to experience my sort of first residency week. I've just been so happy. The lectures have been so engaging and just so exciting, and I've just learned so much in the last couple of days. I just feel so inspired, so excited for this year, for the masters, and for like my writing and my research. And it's just been so fantastic to be able to be here. I feel so privileged to have such a great opportunity and to stay in such a beautiful college, in Kellogg College. So I will definitely stay here again. I'll definitely go in and book this accommodation for my next residency in February, which will be amazing. I think what I might have to do for the next residency in February is just tag on a couple of extra days for after the residency. So this time round, I ended up tagging on a couple of days where I was in London visiting Beck and Anne, and, you know, a couple of extra days before the residency started for matriculation and all that kind of stuff. But I think in the next one, I'm absolutely going to tag on a couple of days after the residency. The reason being is that the way that this course works, which I will do a full video on, so keep a lookout for that. But the way that this course works is that we write an essay after each residency week, and we're sort of prompted by the residency week to think about topics for our essays. But there's a lot of research that we could be doing now with the libraries and things like that. But if you're not on site, if you're not on campus, for instance, you don't really get that opportunity. You can't go into the archives or something like that. There are options for part-time students that they'll scan certain things to you, which is great. But I think it would be really, really great to be here a couple of days after the residency, just to kind of get into the libraries and get into the resources and start to kind of formulate those ideas early on and collect all the primary sources that we might need to complete those essays. So I think that's the plan for February, which I'm really looking forward to. Another couple of things that I absolutely will be doing is I'll be packing properly, because it was quite cold here and I definitely didn't pack enough warm jumpers and sweaters, and I didn't pack my umbrella, which was that was such a bad idea because it was raining so much. And yeah, so I'm all packed up. I'm ready to fly back home, which I'm actually really excited for, because maybe by the time that you would have seen this vlog, is that we have gotten the keys to our house, which is amazing. So the next couple of updates that you'll see from me will be about moving into the house, and then I will continue on with my part-time master's journey and recording that for you all. So I hope you enjoyed this sort of first residency week with me, and you got to see a little bit of what it was like, and I promise to vlog a bit more in the next one. But thank you so much. Thanks for being here. If you do like this video and you would like to follow on with my journey, please do subscribe. and like this video. It helps me out so much, and it allows me to continue making this kind of content. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.